Yeah. What was the scorecards?
29-28.
How you remember shit like that?
Because bro, I'm a guy that studies a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
You remember your scorecards for your fights?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the fight for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did fighting wrong. I never remember or cared whatever the scorecard.
Bro, the
was.
problem with this, like the old generation, your generation was completely different, right? I feel like this generation.
Be careful what you say.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like
You're talking to a world champ.
no legends, of course. It's the legends of the sport, but I feel like the sport now these days is completely different. Like you have to get ready of everything. Like you have to worry about everything.
Information.
I think y'all got better judges now too, because our judges, especially in America, they didn't know what the fuck they was watching.
Oh,
they was all boxing.
Mixed judges. You see that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, they gave it to the other guy because the other guy was attacking more submissions, and Patchy Mitch was just holding, and then that's how he lost.
Yeah, like that. Back like a couple of years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, it was all boxing judges.
Yeah,
mostly. They didn't.
But the game's changed so much since then. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
especially
scarier.
Yeah,
bro.
especially
Fuck.
with the UFC now. You know, growing, expanding, all this. There's way more fans globally than there was. So we actually have to take into consideration everything. And the people that are going to fight 10 years from now coming up, like the game's just going to be completely different, more evolved. You know, the rule sets are going to change.
I want to ask both of you guys a question. How you guys feel about the game plan, like in the moment, if say the game plan don't go according to what you know, how do you guys deal with that? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
And that's the problem with fighters. See, I feel like sometimes we focus so much on, okay, game plan works, right? But they never focus on themselves. Like, what am I bad at? What am I good at? What am I need to work on? And like we were saying about this game, it's all changing now. It's like, it's never like, hey, this guy is disgusting at wrestling. That's all you got to work. I'm like, that's not it. Because if they block the wrestling, what's the game plan B? They have none. Because now you're going to get fucked up. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it in my way. I'm like, Youssef, this is how they're going to beat you. How can I stop that? And then how can I do that? And obviously if the game plan works.
What if they don't stick to the script that you planned for though? How do you guys deal with that? Because me, I like to react in my fight. I never really had like game plans. We had things that we're going to work on this. We're going to work on this in case the fight go that way. But my things are I'm reacting. That was my own fight style because me, that's how I got my kicks out of it. I wanted to figure the guy out in the fight. But that's just me. But so I just want to know how you guys deal with that. Say they don't stick. You train for this game plan, but he comes out different.
I would say they don't change much. So stick to the plan, to the discipline. It's not like you're game planning for a guy and then, he changes the plan and now it looks like you're fighting a completely different fighter. It's like, nah, you just kind of altered a couple little things. So like stick to the plan. Eventually their habits and shit are going to show again. You get what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean because people always call me unpredictable and I didn't change a whole lot because I like fighting my style the way I like to fight. Because people say, oh, you don't kick. You don't check kicks and stuff like that. You so predictable. We know what you're going to do. You're going to fucking box and try to take them down if you see the takedown. I'm like, actually.
Well, it's hard. Think about it. It's like if you've done that millions of times. So for me as a new fighter fighting you, it's like my first time. Even though they say, well, practice makes perfect, right? But it's super hard for me to see in practice in a 7-week period that you're like, okay, you're still getting better at it, right? That's like, okay, like that takedown I shot a million times this camp. Like literally a million times because I knew he was going to come in like that. But it's like practice makes perfect, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, that's what your bread and butter though.
Yeah.
So you go in and you're like, I just gotta stop this. I'm like, no, it's not that easy. You're gonna deal with some shit to stop that.
Yeah, but honestly, if I had to pull my kicks out, I would have. But I think one of my biggest regrets and my mistake is against the Glover Teixeira fight. I don't even remember that fight, bro. I don't even remember that fight. I don't even remember that training camp. But I should have used kicks against him. Like, cause I brought my weapons out when I needed them. I was like so selfish with myself. Like, for instance, if you watch my fight with Dan Henderson, people didn't even know I knew jiu-jitsu that well. Cause I was like, I don't want these people to know. I didn't want cause people be watching me. I know how people study. I didn't want people to know how good my jiu-jitsu was. Like people think to this day that I'm not good at jiu-jitsu. I'm actually not that bad. But in my fights, I only use stuff that I wanted to use for that fight. I didn't want people to, cause I knew people were studying me. Because as my career got longer, I could get less and less slams. because I'd be doing like stupid setups for people. I used to duck my head so they would throw a knee and I'd pick them up and slam them. Then people watch me. People started seeing my tendency.
Studying more,
But when I was fighting in Japan and stuff, I would throw kicks against people that I had to throw kicks on. And you knew if you pay attention to me, you knew I was going to kick if my ankles was taped up. You knew I've been training kicks.